What we intend to really look at tonight here for the opening festival is actually the story of the way the music travelled through the centuries to come to where it actually is today, and to look at Turlough O'Carolan's part in it. And just to put you in the picture, if you're not from Keadue, Irish harp music was at its very strongest from the 1200s to the 1600s. And during that time, every noble family and every very big family had its own harper, its own historian, and its own storyteller. And anything else, Paul? No, those three.
At least that.
At least those. So it had the storyteller, that the historian would record the history of the family. The storyteller would turn it into stories to be told, and the harper played along behind it, basically. And sometimes we hear ourselves called harpists, but actually, if you played the music of the old Gaelic harps and the itinerant moving music, you're a harper. If it's folk music, you're a harpist. If it's the classical pedal harp that you play. Just that you don't walk into that one when you're here in Keadue. So there's a very long and wonderful story attached to the music of the harp and how it travelled through. But the harpers were extremely important within the society of Ireland at that time. And they received huge patronage. Everything was paid for them. In the earlier days, they received land rent-free. They didn't have to pay anything. If somebody stole your harp key, this thing here, that you used to tune your harp, there was a fine. And guess what the fine was in all Ireland if you stole or you took somebody's harp key? It was 127 cows. You had to pay. So that's why, you might know they were important people and they had a lot of rights. And also they were allowed to sit at the king's table for the feasts of Christmas and Easter. They were invited to dine with the royalty. So we're going to play a piece now, a very beautiful piece, written by a harper called Cornelius Lyons, who was actually the harper to Lord Antrim. And he was somewhere in the south. He was born and lived and worked in the south, and he travelled up into the northern part of the country to be the harper to Ireland.